From a pill for switching off pangs of hunger to the impact of low-cal baby formula on childhood obesity and encouraging kids to get healthy. It is time to draw on the expertise of our Monday Lifestyle panel. Joining us for the nightly Vocal Point, Lalitha Taylor, registered dietitian with Edmonton's Southside Primary Care Network. Paul Placas is a personal trainer and fitness expert. And, of course, pediatrician Dr. Peter Neiman joining us. Good evening, folks. Great to have you back.
Good evening.
All right, before we get to the hype around the latest weight loss pill, let's kick things off by taking a look at a Calgary program that aims to get kids into the kitchen.
I'm going to need some volunteers to help me build those smoothies.
Kids in the Kitchen is a fun, fast-paced, and hands-on program designed to give students and young people the tools and information they need to make healthy choices now and throughout their lives.
Throw that banana right in there. No peel. We don't like peels. I'm showing them two different recipes. I'm showing them a blended frog smoothie, and the frog part of it is the spinach that's in there. That's the green. It's just something different. You always get some fantastic reactions from the kids whenever you actually blend it all up and they see this green sludge kind of come out.
The inspiration actually came from the Junior Chefs program, which was a program developed by the Junior League of Calgary about 11 years ago. It was so successful that our international organization took it up and developed Kids in the Kitchen 9 years ago.
Healthy food can make everything, like, example, milk. It can make all of your bones stronger.
Did it taste like what you were thinking it was going to taste like? Not at all, eh?
I learned that usually healthy stuff are usually just simple, but you can make them fun.
Today, over 200 cities across North America and the United Kingdom deliver Kids in the Kitchen programs. We feel like kids are much more interested and willing to eat anything that they've had a hand in preparing.
To involve the kids in true home-style cooked meals, that they know what's in their food, they know what they're putting in their food, and then they know what they're putting into their bodies. I think that's extremely important.
We also teach them that daily activities can be fun. It's not a chore. We've got relay races. We've got guest fitness instructors to get them up and moving and to think about making healthy decisions for their whole lives. We offer the program just to one elementary school a year, and we don't have any problem finding a great spot for it. And the kids welcome us, and we've even had one of our members be asked to sign an autograph.
Love the shot there of that little guy taking a second pull on the froggy smoothie. Peter, what do you make of this hands-on approach to getting kids more actively involved in eating healthy and being active?
Well, I think it's brilliant, you know, and one of the few words I'm always looking for, words that just jumped out, was the words inspiring and successful. And to me, the absolute highlight of this little clip, this segment, was where the little guy admitted, you know what, healthy food actually can taste pretty good. I think our minds have been so conditioned over many, many years that, you know, unhealthy food tastes really good, therefore healthy food doesn't taste as good. And this puts a total dent into that kind of theory, and I just like it. I think it's great, and it speaks for itself that it's taken off and it's resonating with people all across the continent.
Lalitha, a lot of what we talk about is directed at such a broad age span. But why is it so important to get kids as young as we saw in that clip involved?
Because we're creating healthy habits now that are going to move them forward later on in life. If we can teach them that healthy food tastes great, and not only that, but empower them to learn how to make healthy food and involve them in the actual cooking and preparing of it, that's going to set them up for success later on. One thing that I really loved in the clip too, what the president mentioned was activity isn't a chore, it's something fun, and it should be added every day. And it's the same thing with healthy eating. It's not supposed to be a bore or a chore. It's something that's delicious, and it's something that we should incorporate every day.
And Paul, it's great to get the kids hooked at an early age, but really still, where does the responsibility
Well, it's good to teach them this, but for ultimate success, the parents have to get on board. Okay, sure, they're shipping them off to a class and having other people show them all this stuff, but for real long-term success, the parents have to be on board, right? If they're ordering Chinese food and pizza every night and the kids are just going to school to learn this, chances they're going to carry this into adulthood is very slim. Plus, I think the schools have to get away from, the traditional way of teaching kids, like about math and English and social studies, some of the more useless activities, I think, for real life skills, and teach them how to cook, how to read a food label, how to balance a checkbook. We teach them more life skills, how to be active, what about exercises, and find a program from kindergarten all the way to grade 12. Like, that's the real stuff. Sure, learn about Shakespeare, but is that as important as the other things in our life?
No, definitely. I think there definitely needs to be a balance in school where we incorporate the home economics back into the system.
There's a word I haven't heard for a while, home economics. Okay. Could a pill actually keep you from getting hungry? Scientists say they've isolated the molecule in fiber that suppresses appetite, and some say it could have a huge impact on our growing obesity rates. Pills to promote weight loss, that's nothing new, Lolita. That's been around for a long time. But could this particular one, could it make a difference, and if so, why?
Well, the pill that they're talking about, they're wanting to create a pill out of this chemical known as acetate.
Okay, what's acetate?
What we know about acetate is that when we eat fruits and vegetables or foods that are predominantly high in fiber, this molecule is released through our gut. It travels to our brain in the hypothalamus region, and it suppresses our appetite. So they want to make this pill because we all know that as North Americans, we don't get enough fiber. We have a diet that's higher in refined processed foods. So give us a pill to eat that'll suppress our appetite, but we're not making any changes in regards to our food. So why not focus our efforts on increasing our fruit and vegetable intake, increasing our fiber, and not have to take a pill that suppresses our appetite?
And it's exactly right, because if you're eating enough plant-based foods, you're not gonna be hungry. Like, you're gonna get a lot of fiber, and you're gonna get low calorically dense foods. The problem is the density of the calories people are eating, and also hunger. So what if you're a little bit hungry once in a while? People are afraid to be hungry, and they're going to binge eat, that kind of thing. I think people, because they got so used to being full all the time, any little sense of hunger, they start to panic. So they want this appetite suppressant. It's not the amount of food. I think that's the problem. It's the density of the calories of the food that they're picking, like Lolita says. Plant-based is where you got to go.
Yeah, absolutely.
Peter, some out there say, though, this is a real game changer.
Yeah, I think on paper it may sound like a game changer, but each and every previous comment, I say amen, amen to it, just echo it, absolutely. I mean, it just makes sense to be as natural as possible. Now, I suppose you can argue for people who are lazy or allergic to fruits and vegetables, very, very small percentage of people who actually have allergies. Perhaps you can take a pill like this, but hey, let me put it this way. I know we're going to get a lot of letters from or emails or about Paul's comments about Shakespeare. You know, people who like Shakespeare, they're not going to like what Paul said. But I tell you, we're not going to get many people invest in this product, I believe. I don't think it has a future. In other words, you know, sometimes if you watch Wall Street and people investing, they think something like Viagra has a great future and they invest in that. But I don't think people are going to invest in a pill like this. I doubt it. I could be wrong, but I'll be very surprised if I'm wrong.
Well, there's going to be people wanting to buy it because they want the magic pill, but they're going to realize really quickly that it didn't work. They're still eating the cheesies, and they're still pounding back the Haagen-Dazs ice cream.
And I
one
just
more
want to
thing,
comment on that. And I think it's these bombardments of these types of supplements that actually perpetuate our battle with obesity, because people gravitate towards these magic pills. They take the pill, and for a short term, they may lose weight. But once they get off of it, they will regain the weight plus some. And then they're seeking the next pill or the next diet. So I really caution against people from using things like this.
Okay, we need to take a quick break. After reaching your weight loss goal, how much junk food can you put back into your diet? And we'll find out what the panel thinks of low-calorie baby formula. The Nightly Vocal Point returns after the break. Catchy music, isn't it, Paul? The head nod there. All right, welcome back to Alberta Primetime. Our Monday Lifestyle panel is in. Overhauling your diet and drastically cutting calories can be an effective way of reaching weight loss goals. But once you've reached that target and you want to maintain that weight, how much food can be reintroduced back into your diet? I'll go to you first on this one,
All right, well, I say good luck thinking you can get to your weight loss goal and then introducing bad food again into your diet. You're not going to stay at your weight loss goal very long. All you're going to do is try again to get back to your weight loss goal. You're going to just keep practicing losing weight is what's going to happen. So if you want to get to a weight loss goal, you got to maintain the level of activity and caloric intake that you have developed a habit to maintain that weight. So if you just start introducing more food, it's not going to happen.
You're against diets from the get-go, right?
Yeah, I really don't like the term diet. I think it denotes something that's short-term and not long-lasting. I just want to comment on what Paul said is, when we do achieve some weight loss and we're thinking about adding foods back into our diet, you have to realize that our body, there's metabolic shifts that actually occur in our body when we become smaller. We don't need as many calories. So introducing more calories back into your diet will cause weight gain. And also even maintaining your same level of activity, because I've had patients who've stayed on the exact same diet, but if you maintain the same level of activity, your body can acclimate to that activity too. So even changing up the intensity or duration of that activity so you don't hit a plateau or cause that weight regain.
It's really an unfair battle. Like, we're all destined to gain fat, lose muscle, and have brittle bones.
That's just part of aging,
As we age. We're just delaying that happening. So it's an unfair battle. All you can do is the best you can and just lower your expectations, maybe.
Peter, you want to weigh in on this?
Yeah, absolutely. I think, it's so true that, let me use an analogy. If you have a cavity and you see a dentist and the dentist fixes that, you're not going to say, thank God, now finally it's fixed, so I'm going to brush a little bit less, I'm going to floss a little bit less because I have no cavities. And as Paul was making the comment there, we are genetically prone, programmed, predisposed to weight gain, and it gets worse and worse as we get older. Hormones play a role, less testosterone in men. And the final comment just is that if we're going to focus only on calories, I think that then we're going to get blindsided. Yeah. And we're going to make an unsafe lane change here because it is so important to consider other things too, the amount of fat, the glycemic index, what happens to our insulin. You can really mess around with somebody's insulin, not necessarily increase the calories, and that is why it's so hard for them to sometimes get rid of that midsection where the weight gains, even if they climb stairs, even if they're on that Stairmaster every night in front of the TV or working out at a gym. And Lolita made the point so wisely, I think, is that your body cannot be fooled. It says, look, you're exercising too much. Let me change my metabolism. So you got to mix it up, more intensity, more frequency, or weight training or cross training. But you can do the same thing and lose weight.
Okay, let's squeeze in one quick final topic. In an effort to aid the fight against childhood obesity, some baby formula companies are cutting calories from 20 an ounce to 19. Peter, how much of this is marketing? How much of this is real impact on obesity?
I'm sorry, I can't help but smile or laugh here. You said from 20 to 19. I mean, that's minuscule. So it's hardly, and it's just a flesh wound. It's not a big deal. I really want my other colleagues to comment, so I'm just going to give this thing a fat thumbs down and call it a marketing ploy. I don't think it has a future.
Paul, how does this strike you as a fitness expert, but as a parent as well?
Well, I don't get why kids are being fed formula anyways. The research shows the more time on breast milk, the better. So I'm not getting why women are giving
Well, but
infants.
not everyone can provide breast milk.
Yeah, but that's such a small percentage. I think that you have to look at a lot of women. They find it easier to not breastfeed, so they choose not to. Right? It's easy. It's late at night. Give them the bottle. Put them to bed with sleep with the bottle.
Oh my goodness, no way.
I'm going to fall and I'm going to sleep.
Easier.
Then,
breastfeeding would be
well, you got to wake up.
easier.
You got to wake up and put the kid on the boob. You can't go to sleep
to
either.
Make formula in the middle of the night? No way.
You have it pre-made, don't you?
No. For sure, I agree with you. Breast milk is baby's first choice, but some moms can't breastfeed, or some health conditions disable somebody from getting that breast milk, and they need formula. I do agree with Dr. Neiman 100% on this. I don't think it's going to solve childhood obesity. I think the efforts by Similac to put this formula forward was because they wanted to mimic breast milk more, because research has shown that breast milk has some protective effects against childhood obesity. But you know what? There's no research to say that a 19-calorie formula is going to decrease that infant's overall consumption of that formula, especially a premature baby. They're going to be playing catch up. They may actually take in a larger volume, which could cost the parent more money to buy that formula in the long term. So I don't agree with this, and I don't agree with the marketing involved with it either. Childhood obesity, again, it's about that healthy environment. It's about role modeling those healthy choices for your child while they're growing up, and having that child emulate those healthy choices that you're putting forward towards them.
Some excellent insight as always. Thank you kindly, folks. Lolita Taylor is a registered dietitian with the Southside Primary Care Network. Paul Placas, personal trainer and fitness expert, and of course, pediatrician Dr. Peter Neiman.